Hello, hello. Good evening. Nice to see you all on this evening, morning, lunchtime. I don't know where you at, but for me it's evening. I'm sitting here very cozy in my epic shirt. There it is. Got new epic merch. And yeah, recap. 2025 just happened. We are on the last days and very interesting year for pre-modern. I think the most interesting part happened like not that long ago. The MTGO implementation got a lot of people rolling here. That's insane. But yeah, we had a lot to do. We had great tournaments. We had the thing you are seeing right now on the screen. We did some epic season 2. Got some very cool players. Two Darmstadt men in there, me and Flippy. We got the GOAT himself, Martin Berlin, our our Lord and Savior. Here it is. Uh, we had like from all across Europe, we had great players who battled it out on Wakwak streams. Great production quality. It was more of a showcase format, not really a normal tournament, but it was fun. Everybody got 3 decks to bring. One got banned, and from the other two, you chose one. Very cool. I hope they are still available on the Wack Wack stream if you want to have hours of free entertainment. Like what we're doing today, man. I'm having if like there are a lot of tournaments happening. Like comparing this year to 2022, it's insane how many good stuff is happening. We have in every single area of the world you can find someone to play pre-modern with, and that's awesome. Really, really cool. Um, but also many areas, like especially the Spanish and Italian speaking, like South America, Spain. We have so many different types of tournaments. So I was even confused looking up some of the Spain the Spanish tournaments. Like if someone is in the chat and I have problems in during the evening, um, if you if you have something to say, have something interesting to share towards one of the tournaments we are talking about, just hit me up, write it in the chat, maybe even join my call. We can get on Discord and we will talk about stuff. Really, it's not just me having monologues. If you wanna talk, if you wanna write, I'm down for it. Speaking of writing, there's Aaron. Hey Aaron, love to see you here. Um, yeah, an epic was in the summer of this year. Martin Berlin, in case anybody didn't know, is an insanely good Magic player, and he won that stuff, and he won it very, very convincingly. Really, really cool. Um, yeah, so we're starting in January of 2025 all the way at the beginning, and we end like few days ago. I scoured through all the TC decks, all the great tournaments we had, and we had a lot. Yeah, all the nationals. I found the nationals. We take a look, but we will try to look a little bit about what the meta is bringing us, what people were playing at the start of 2025, what they are doing now, doing in December, doing on MTGO. It's shaping out to be a little of their its own meta, but it's a big thing, and I think we have a lot to talk about. All right, grab yourself a drink because we were starting in Spain. And if you know the Spain guys, if you know MVP, they always try to have a good party if they're on the tournament. You can always hear when the Spanish people are somewhere in your tournament. And we start with them with the first Spanish Pre-Modern Super Cup. Great name, 48 players. I see a lot of players we will see again, and we have already seen in 2024 the MTGO man Pablo Marcos Paul Master. We have him. He won the thing with Stiflenord. I mean, Stiflenord was good. Stiflenord is still good. Generally speaking, we have the classic stuff. We have Stiflenord. We have the Replenish, Tide Control, Elves, a little bit of black. Remember, please make sure to remember the color black. It will follow us through the year 2025. The color black is the big one, the big to talk about. If you look at the first Stiflenord list, it's the classic David Raska style, right? That means 2 Mishra's Factories, 3 Parallax Tide, and it's pretty much the thing you could donate to and get a sideboard guide. It was and still is one of the best Dreadnought versions, and it can win every time. It can win all the time. Even then, won the finals against a classic Tide Control, and nothing too special. I think a survival rock appearing is pretty cool. We got a lot of action in that area with survival and recurring nightmare. Only one lonely Terragadon, but yeah, 48 players. It's it's not great. It's not a high number for Spain. They get regularly over 60, and if we come to the Spanish nationals, I mean, you know how they crushed it. But it's a little appetizer of what they're doing. So after that, we got a Winter Open from Misty Mountain Premodern. Misty Mountain is a LGS in America, and as it seems, we have Stiflenord City. Got a lot of Stiflenord here. We got Astral Slide. I mean, that is the big thing for me. I love the deck, but if that deck sees one Parallax Tide, it just falls apart. You won't see it very often during 2025. I mean, we can say 2025, the year of the Parallax Tide. But cool to see it here, um, even at top 8. But the big one, the juicy one, Tireless Tribe. In my opinion, we are at the start. We are in January of 25, but for me, this is the most underrated deck there is in Pre-Modern at all. Because this deck has results, my friends. Oh yeah, Aaron, thank you. Shout out to BK, Brian Cowell, that's his LGS. Thank you. Tireless Tribe is insane. Um, Whenever it gets played, it has a very dedicated community. You can join the Tireless Tribe Discord, and whenever gets played, it gets results in higher number tournaments. I mean, this one pretty small, 31 players. It's okay, run of the mill, but remember Tireless Tribe. It's very good. So basically, you have the namesake card, Tireless Type. It's a 1 mana 1/1. Discard a card, gets a big butt, and it basically plays some Madness cards. It plays Circular Logic, plays some Flashback, so stuff to discard to. And a quick About Face. So About Face changes power and toughness. So you pump your Tireless Tribe very, very high, a very big butt, and then you have a one-hit KO, a knockout punch with an About Face. But you can always, like, the Tireless Tribe can always block Dreadnoughts if you discard a good amount of cards. You have a Mother of Runes, you have the standard Madness Mongrel Worm action, and you have a lot of flashback. If you look at this, quiet speculation, deep analysis, volcanic spray, call of the herd. Now in 2025, at the end of 2025, what are you thinking about if you see like this quiet spec package, right? Nowadays it's mostly the Oath speculation deck. So this little neat package we got here spiraled into a beautiful own deck by itself. Um, our the former world champ Brian Selden loves to play the deck, and it's a very fun one. So watch out for that. And because you're playing such a wild mana base, right? You got your 5 color decks, your 5 color mana bases. Um, you can play Engineered Plague in the sideboard. You have pretty much green, white, and some blue shell. Yeah, black, white, spec, blue. But you can sideboard any color. And one against the Stifle Knot. Quick punch, quick down. So remember this one. This one is a good one. We need to take this one into our brain with us. Next one. Where my American friends at? We got the Rochester Royals Winter Ball. Rochester Royals is, I think, an old school club. It's where David Reska himself is playing. We talked about him when he talked about the run-of-the-mill Stifle Note list. And look at this. He's not playing his list. So he was trying something new. No Tide. Right? You're missing out Parallax Tide in the sideboard. This is the thing he made big with his sideboard, with his guide. Instead, he played for Accumulated Knowledge in the sideboard. I mean, he got second place with 66 players, pretty good. But this one hasn't really stuck, let's say it like this. So he tried it, he got a good result, but right now we are not seeing AKs in the sideboard. Are we seeing AKs at all in Stifle Knot? Yes, of course, but we're playing it main board. Main deck, I'm sorry. Main board is not a word. We're playing it main deck. Very strong against other control decks, very strong against blue control decks who play AK themselves. So it found its way. It found its way from the sideboard to the main board, and this is where many Dreadnought players are playing it today, nowadays. I don't. I think the German meta is very aggro oriented. I don't like it. I rather play my Dreadnought without. The first place, very spicy. The deck name is The Rock. That's not true. This is a beautiful beginning of a new deck. A beautiful broccoli soup. That's such a cool deck to emerge in the pre-modern swamp of dreadnoughts. Look at this. We basically have a black aggro shell that splashes green. But not even a forest. We don't need a forest. We just have a little non-basics, and we go all in on the aggro plan. We got Rancor, and the great thing about this deck, like the synergy in this deck, it's a work of art, because you have the Drink of Sorrow. Drink of Sorrow, 3 mana, 5/3. Whenever this one deals combat damage, you need to sacrifice a permanent. And you have so many permanents that are worth sacrificing. You got 4 Sacromancy. This is an enchantment that has a downside. When it ETBs, you get a token. And then you can't sacrifice it. And you're having much fun. You can sacrifice a Rancor. Will come back to your hand. So you can sacrifice a Bone Shredder to not pay the Echo. So this one has a lot of funny little tricks, and it's like this synergy is so cool. If you haven't tried it out and an aggro player, please do. It's really fun. And position 4 we have my friend Brad. That's my moderator on the Terror Discord. He needs to play Terrageddon. He's a very good 4-color Terrageddon player. Terrageddon last year, mostly in the blue, so green, white, blue. But Bradley and his like-minded friends, they go for the red and the blue in the sideboard. You got Hydroblast, you got Pyroclasm, so you don't need an Oath of Druids. So you just go all in on the AOE damage with Pyroclasm, and you have a better blue matchup. You know he knows what to get when you go to the hometown of David Reska. You know you're gonna need 5 anti-blue cards. You got 3 Pyroblasts and 2 red Elemental Blasts. That's a big man. Big sideboard against the blue decks. So really cool. US in general popping off pre-modern style. That's really cool. This one, oh, Patsky. Patsky was in chat. I think Ireland King is his MTGO username. I took the first CPS. The CPS is the Community MTGO League that has really good organizers, very passionate for what they're doing. Hello, Martin Berlin. I talked about Epic at the start and showed your pick and um, said it was great to have you as the winner. Um, I this league, this online MTGO league from the CPS had 2 leagues every month. So one league took two months of playing time, and the reception was insane. Like we have always good amount of over 100 people playing in that. So the MTGO scene, besides all the talk of hey we are going into a real format on MTGO, we are going back. You see it, that was the January league, already over 113 players. Really very tight knit community. They are a very loyal community. That's It's just insane what they have done outside of the great Magic modern format spotlight. So we had the dedicated crowd who played month after month. Um, Number 1 Island King on Elf season. He's a good Elves guy, Patsky. Currently playing this Snap Cradle Pop. Um, and he's always, you can see it, he's always on the hunt for new stuff, always on the hunt for tinkering. He played 4 Hunting Pack. That wasn't staple, that was a cool little trick. We got Hartl on Tight Control. He went on to write a Stasis Primer. He went on to be the Stasis guy to ask. Back in January he played Tide. So CPS is still running. You know, we have MTGO as a contraption format in the client, but the CPS is still running, and kudos to them. They are awesome. Same goes for the online monthly. If you don't know what it is, this is the big one. When everything was small, you know, 2020, COVID times, and even afterwards. If you don't like this, the local scenes were pretty small. So what are you doing with a local scene? What are you doing? You're playing online, because online you get a lot more friends more easily. The online monthly had a huge amount of players back in the days, and even in January we had 22 players. It fell a little bit off. The player numbers are not there anymore. We don't have insanely high numbers anymore, but that's not a good thing, but it comes from a good thing, because everybody, like so many places have their local scenes, so many places starting to have their own leagues, their own meetups, their own Discord servers, their own playing ranges, and so by strengthening the local scenes, the big general monthly fell a little bit off, and I think that's okay. But it's still the so it's a very easy way to play the game. So if you have the itch for webcam magic, please just take this opportunity. Okay. All right. 1 second. Oops. All right. Next up, we have the first national. The very first national of the day was in February. The Polish guys. We have our very first nationals. Yeah, I mean the USA only has one. They only have LobsterCon. That's the big one. But we have very a huge amount of nationals, and we are starting with the Polish Tide Control. Masticore main is awesome, but in the end it's Tide still. We have Standstill, we have Parallax Tide. Where's Saucy, the Standstill lover, right? In chat. I think the tournament winner. I mean, it's Mono Blue Tide. You can think what you what you want about the deck or the card itself. More fun is in second place. We got Giri Tuma. He's an insanely good player, and second place with a black green rec deck. This was like he basically pioneered this tempting worm discard deck that has a very high, like a phase of high playing power. There were a lot of people who wanted to play the deck, who tinkered with the deck and got results with the deck. It it fell off a little bit during the second half of the year, but in general, I mean, it's genius. You got 4 duress, you got 4 cabal therapy, and then you play the tempting worm. You even got like a rotting giant to get rid and do early damage. Back in the days, yeah, he played Stupor. I think this card will not be in future deck lists we are going to see, but it's fun. I mean, it's a fun card. You probably having good fun here, and of course you're trying to strip the hand, play Tempting Worm for 2 mana 5/5, 2 mana 3/3 Rotting Giant, and just rack away. Um, really cool deck. Not my personal style, but it works. It really works. We only have one Stifle Knot in the top 8, but in top 4 we got another Broccoli Soup. Broccoli Soup. You need to play this one to find out all the great synergies this deck has. So, and Yuri is not Polish, so up to the next one. Oh, Valerius in the chat, and what are we talking about? Chaos Orc Fest. Valerio, you up for Discord call or not? And look who won. If you're a little bit familiar with Modern Magic, Pro Magic play, this one, Andrea Mengucci, he is a professional Magic player. He plays the modern formats, and he still found the time to play some pre-modern, and how good he was. He won a 93 Chaos Orc Festival Player Tournament. Let's take a look. His specialty, his nuance to my beloved Replenish, was the 3 Sabo Swap main deck. I mean, not helping against elves, not helping against the dead guy, helping against mud, helping against Stiflenord, and but it's probably really good in the Swiss rounds. And Meddling Mage, Exalted Angel, you got the full-on eight creatures. It's and not even chill. He's playing warmth against the Sly players. It's a hot take. It's really cool to have it. To have this one. Like Replenish is always a great deck to have. And Andrea Mengucci, he's probably looking for the one of the stronger decks in the format to play. And yeah, he really he found a good one. I think the most special thing is on number two. Number 7, Dance Academy. Why is this called Dance Academy? Because you have Arcanist, Omnipotent, and Mind Over Matter. Okay, so you have your Academy Rector, you have Shallow Grave, you have Corpse Dance. So you're doing convoluted combo stuff. You're playing convoluted combo stuff, and in the end, you got a Mind Over Matter and Arcanist the Omnipotent in your hand, on the battlefield, and basically you draw your deck. You tap it to draw 3 cards. You discard 1 card to untap your Arcanist, and you can tap. You can do this over and over again. And this tap, tap, untap, tap, untap. This is why it's called Dance Academy, because Arcanist is dancing. Oh, hey Phil in the chat. Yeah, creature. Yeah, I try to play creatures in Replenish. It's a very cool deck. And in the end, you got your Sutured Ghoul, and you got a Crozen. Like you have this one come into play, getting rid of 2 of the Crozen Cloud Scrapers, 26 trample, and go for it. A little fun form of the dragon to get with Academy Rector as well. This deck is the it's not a tier 1 whatever strongest deck. It's fun. You know, if you want to play something fun, do this one. Alright, Germany wakes up. Germany wakes up. The 8th of February. Pre-Modern Championship Trier. I took that one because that was my first tournament I've played this year. I think I got like 10th or so. I played Terrageddon. And you can see there are 2 enchantresses there, and like below the top 8 there were a lot more enchantresses. That we had 0 no, not 0, but we have. Oh no, that's wrong. That's not Parallax Replenish. That's Untitled. That's a different deck. But the Enchantress players just like they went wild without any Replenish players on in the tournament. And yeah, my good buddy Ivan won it. I played Terrageddon. I have lost against Henry to not be in the top 8, but it was a really fun tournament, and Trier is one of the stronger hubs in Germany, and they have an LGS. They have a huge motivated crowd to organize tournaments, and if you want to play pre-modern, then you gotta look out for Trier, man. This deck, Marvin, another very strong player. Like so many homies here. They are the German community is very cool. Yeah, and Phil was very close to hitting top 8 with Storm as well. That was really cool. Yeah, Saucy, I already bought tickets, man. I'm playing the FNM at Friday and the Saturday tournament as well next year. But let's take a look here. Untitled, really cool deck. It's sort of a blue-white flippy. Got Savannah Lions, Meddling Mage, Exalted Angel, Mother of Runes. But then you have the Ankh of Mishra. Old school staple, you know it. and Parallax Tide. So you steal the lands of the opponent, and you don't plan to exile it forever. Your Parallax Tide just runs out normally, and then you hope your Ankh of Mishra triggers a bunch of time and hitting your opponent in the face for a lot of damage. Really, really cool combo. Of course, you have the Seal of Cleansing. You can do the Tide combo, but you mostly don't want to do that. You want to let these lands run into your into the Ankhs of Mishra. Really, really fun deck. It worked. 6th place, top 8. Really, really cool. Henry on Madness. No, it was the classic, the thing he's always playing. He's playing Survival of the Fittest, Zombie Infestation, and 4 Kroviken Horror. He always plays it, and this was actually the guy who I've lost to. Really, 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 really cool deck. Hi, hey, the Rescue man. Playing Fair Tide is awesome, yeah, and it is really a little bit of old school style to just play Ankh of Mishra. You gotta do it. Like this deck is not that popular for anyone new in the format, but if you want to pull out the Ankh Tide, here's the list. Please do it. It's a hot take on like Flippy and white weenie with blue stuff. Really, really cool. Yeah, we got. I just took this one out. So if anyone knows about what's going on in Spain, as I said in the intro, if anyone has any idea what's going on there, they have like every tournament day they have over 60 players. Like Spain is insanely wild when it comes to pre-modern. Shout out to my Spain homies. And the rescue just wrote in the chat. And what are we having here? My dudes, the Winter Regionals 2025. And I think the area that the rescue is working in is pretty controlly. There aren't usually a lot of Sly players. Nothing too aggro-y. But if you look at this one, I mean, if you like red, if you like combo, if you like some fast games, this is the tournament for you. The winner actually. Hey, where's my Phil Taylor in the chat? The winner played red, black, goblins. The main deck is pretty much mono red. You have Walmart Stronghold as a black card. You have 2 Smother as a main card. But then the sideboard, man. If you don't like elves, then you just perish them. You have 3 Cabal Therapy. Where's the Patriarch's Bidding? Yeah, or Living Death, man. You got Dralnus Kosei to just slide past the Circle of Protection. Got 2 Anarchies, and you got a Goblin Bombardment. Holy moly, that list. He deserves to be on TC decks. I mean, this is the cool thing about doing a recap like this. If you see a thing like this, you gotta cherish that. That's not a stock list. That's not I net deck something. It's a cool thing to have, and if you see something like this, just try it, man. Try it. Second place is more a thing I would play. You got green-red Oath Ponza, my beloved deck. Pretty run-of-the-mill instead of like Jacob Bart. He knows he's in deep blue land. No, this is European date. It's the 1st of March, not the 3rd of January. It's the 1st of March. But he knows he's in deep blue land. He gotta play 4 hidden gibbons. And 5 anti-blue. Really, really only one Zuran orb. Like if you play this deck, in Germany, it, you have three Zuran orbs in the deck, and you and like oh, this deck screams I'm playing in Control City. Survival Trade Wind obviously not a very fast one, but a pretty cool one. You got your survival action. You got Winter Orb main, and you play 34 creatures to do wild stuff with. Like whatever you need in a certain situation, you go bonanza all in. Shout out to my homie Crazy Carl, playing full English breakfast wherever he is, and top 8 at that one. Look at that. 3 intuition main. Holy moly. Someone needs to get me Crazy Carl on the phone. He refuses to play Hermit. He's not playing Hermit Fab, he's playing regular Fab. And he give me this man on the phone right now. I need to get him some Hermit Druids. Anyway, the Rest Crew. If you see this one, you know you're gonna see a huge tournament. You know you gotta see dedicated people for the game, for the format. So huge shout out to these guys. They really, really make a difference in the North American and worldwide pre-modern scene. And this is not the last tournament we're gonna see from them. End of March. We talked about full English breakfast. There it is. Mike Harris. Winamax. I mean, somehow like all these tournaments in some LGSs, if they want to have great numbers, they give out a mox. They just here win a mox. And Mike Harris actually did it with Hermit Fab. Oh, this is so cool, man. I love the deck. It's with Hermit Druid, it's stronger than Classic one. Let me tell you that. If you don't know what it does, it basically if you use the Hermit Druid, you stack your deck to unearth like Karmic Guide, Psychotalk, Volrat Shapeshifter, and Volrat Shapeshifter will be in a Psychotalk. You remove all the things in your graveyard to get it bigger and bigger. And then Akroma is on top of your graveyard and it gets flying, first strike, trample, haste, blah blah blah, and you go just swing with a 40/40 in the opponent's face. Love the deck. I play it from time to time and I'm always having a lot of fun. And if you think you have a good grip on the deck, then then you go to the Hermit Fab Discord and you think you are the first ape to ever discovered fire. There are so many lines you don't even see. Really cool that he won the tournament. He won a Mox, second place. Lenny, I think that's the content creator Lenny. Shout out for playing Grow Talk. Cool deck. Next, this one. This is my friend Mike Packer on Enchantress, winning the LED Open. LED is a ELD, not LED. LED is something Valerio needs to combo. No, the ELD Open. They are a avid supporter of Premodern, so I wanted to give them a little shout out. We have Enchantress. Enchantress as a deck. Let me tell you, as a lifelong fan of the deck, Enchantress as a deck was a thing since always. In the days of Parfait, like 2022, when the Parfait versus Elves rivalry really put off, like Parfait existed only to defeat Elves. This is a time where Enchantress was more of a pillar fort deck. You know, you play a bunch of enchantments, you draw 700 cards, and then you try to not get hit. Try to be okay. And in the end you have like one Parallax Wave and one Opalescence and one Words of War. So you don't really try to win, or you haven't tried to win as a Enchantress player. You just, it's like, I am in my pillow fort, and now let me see what I'm doing. This had good appliances. Like, it worked against Parfait. Enchantress was actually a pretty good matchup against Parfait. But it never came out of, like, let's say tier 2. It always was a good one. But winning a tournament at that, I don't know. But the Enchantress guys, they haven't slept. Like, especially from America, we got Chris Toller, we got Mike Packer, and suddenly this deck went from being a pillow fort to being a combo deck. So we basically have a green-white opalescence combo deck. And suddenly this deck does work. Suddenly this deck is great. Suddenly this deck gets results. And suddenly great people pick it up. We got Rich Shea on the deck. We have so many people switching to Enchantress because suddenly this deck is so much faster and having agency, and is very tough to beat. And this is one of the results. Like, the Enchantress Cabal is always tinkering every day. Like, you have, if you're away from the computer for 2 weeks, you have 7 more Enchantress lists to look through. But this, like, 3 Opalescent, 3 Parallax Wave, insane. That's so. This deck is really, really fun, and because the community behind it is so cool, you gotta try it out if you can. And I picked it up myself. I played it in Epic. I played it in tournaments, but we come to that later. We are now in April. Uh, yeah, Philip is in the chat. We played a top 8 match, and I had Gaia's Blessing in my enchant. But Philip, stay tuned. Somewhere in this 1 million tabs, we have our little tournament. Next thing. Do you know where we're going? Do you know what Pre-Modern Eastern Championships are? We are going into the homeland of Pre-Modern. We're going to Sweden. This is... I think some countries overtook Sweden when it comes to player numbers, but in Sweden they're still playing. Anton always tells me the Swedish meta is non-existent. They are playing wild stuff. So in Sweden, pre-modern is very much old schooly. It's not like very hardcore on play the best deck, try to win. No, they're just a bunch of dudes. Of course, you see they replenish one. It's still they're playing good decks. Even we we have a we have a careful study main that's wild. And wait 1 second. What? What? Huh? Uh, wait, where? Hello? Can someone help me, please? We got a polluted delta, but we don't have a swamp, and we don't have black mana at all. But we play a Phyrexian Negator. it's it's the it's the great tech against Tempting Worm, yeah. Great great idea. What? But you see, this type of stuff wins in Sweden. They are the real OGs. That is so cool. Maybe there was a mistake with the, like, he's not playing Ancient Tombs. He's what the fuck? That's that's really really cool. I don't know if that is a mistake, but This is probably the coolest replenish list of 2025. But Phil, what are you saying? Let's play Negator, 4 Negator in the sideboard. For- it's for it's for Exhume, it's for Stronghold Gambit, it's for show and tell, it's for Contamination. Oh my god, guys, I love this. Let's come on for 2026. Let's play 4 Phyrexian Negator in our replenish sideboards. Okay, thank you. Second place, pretty run-of-the-mill goblins, I think. We got a half-charm main, that's pretty cool. But in the end, uh, yeah, really, really fun. We are back to Spain. Spain with their, I don't know, can I say it on Twitch? Can I say it on YouTube? It's the, you know what it is, Nationals 2025, wild name for a tournament. And wild list, just, we're playing 2022 old school land still. Won a tournament against Contamination, my friends. We have it. We if you let me story time. 2024 and start of 2025. Everybody said black is weak. Black is terrible. Black is, I don't know. Um, we need unbans. Black is horrible. And no, that's the if we will continue with the lists, and you will see black will appear more often, because black was okay. Black was basically good, but the right shells just haven't existed yet. And then black deck number 1 came into existence. Zombie Contamination by Alvaro. So he basically made a mono black control deck with Contamination, which is a hard lock against a lot of decks. If a deck can only produce black anymore with a Contamination Nether Spirit combo, they lose. And he made insanely good results, and people saw it and they tried to play it, and you see it here. Great results. And so Contamination was the first black deck to really start at the whole, hey, let's think about black as a color in this format. Let's think about what can we do that hasn't been done yet. And this was like, Contamination was the first step in that direction. Alvaro is still playing it, still crushing with it, but the general results of the deck are not that much. But it's a really cool deck. Like mono black, if you have the Contamination Nether Spirit lock, you feel like a god, and that's so fun. Oh, ah, we are here. Grand Prix PREMODERN, Frankfurt, Germany. The best, the very best tournament we had in 2025, maybe ever, till now. That is like, okay, here I am. I know. Here's Gabriel. He's my homie. He's in the chat. This this tournament, Flippy had this great idea. He wanted to do a Grand Prix style tournament to have here in Frankfurt. That means we had 7 rounds of pre-modern on Saturday. Just regular pre-modern, like a normal tournament. At the end of those 7 rounds, or 8 rounds, I think even 8 rounds, at the end of this first day, the top 32 went on to day 2. And day 2 was special. Day 2 will probably was a thing that cannot be replicated, I think. Flippy bought old booster boxes, sealed booster boxes from Onslaught, Legion's Scourge, and Invasion Planeshift Apocalypse, and we just drafted them. We opened the booster packs and we drafted it. And we drafted, at first we drafted Onslaught block, played 3 rounds. Then we drafted IPA, played 3 rounds. And at the end of these 8 rounds plus 6 rounds, we had a top 8. And the top 8 battled it out in pre-modern, like the same deck from Saturday. And this feeling of this tournament, like there were so many ex-pro players, there were so many great players to have. You know, you got Sam Gomosol, he former pro player, Rosario, former pro player, Oliver Polak-Rottmann, former pro player. We got all the good stuff, man. Gabriel, thank you. Greetings back. We got all the insanely good players, and here I am. I did a thing. I was 5-1 on Saturday, and I've only lost 1 draft match on Sunday. So I went into the top 8, and I've won against Rosario and lost against my now good friend Gabriel in a heartbreaking semifinals. But this probably, like, several people, including myself, will always remember this semifinals, and be sure you will see it again. We have something for you to look forward to. Content is coming, content is rolling, and everybody needs to see this semifinal. That was insane. 1 second. So in the end, Gabriel took it down with a oh, what did I draft? Oh, 1 second, I can. Uh, that was my replenish deck I've played. This was the deck I played for pre-modern. This was my Onslaught deck. And I went 3-0. This one. It's Trade Wind Rider for birds. And holy moly, this is insane. Like, my deck basically revolves around Keeper of the Nine Gales, bouncing all the threats by the opponent, and the Covert Operative. It's a 5-mana 3/2 that is unblockable. So you just bounce, attack unblockable, bounce, attack unblockable. So there was the game plan. This list was insane. Let me tell you. This deck had it all. It had a soldier tribal, it had a bird tribal. And then from great to blah, IPA. I drafted black, blue, red. I've drafted a lot of discard. I even had a Bloodfire Colossus. That wasn't as much fun as the other one, but it was a standard control IPA deck. Yeah, I can. Like, if you want, you can read it. I have a blog post. All right. Yeah, in the end, the top 8 was like, if you weren't there for this tournament, expectations were high. Like, many people said this is the first tournament with high stakes. Like, everybody thinks, what's the pre-modern meta is going to look if, like, everybody's playing for fun. But this one was the thing one they cared about. And how does the meta shapes when people know there's a IPA and Onslaught draft on the line? You know where I'm getting at. This was the first thing people said, okay, now we have only Replenish, we have only Stifle Knot. This is going to be the meta-defining tournament. This is where Martin needs to look at and stuff. This was the big thing. But in the end, I mean, yeah, of course, people played Replenish, obviously. But people played Goblins, Terragadon, won the thing, Stifle Knot, Burn, Goblins, Burn, you know. Shout out to my homie Moritz. He played the Devastating Dreams deck, the 5-color BFF. One of my 2 losses. This deck is insane. Of course, people played the good decks, but it wasn't 8 guys Stifle Knot. You know, you have look at all these different kinds of flavors. You know, in the end, it's you can watch all the players, but this tournament was insanely fun. Like, such a huge shout out to Flippy for doing this. It's yeah, I hope Flippy can do it again, but every year these boxes are getting more expensive, and if you don't make the top cut, it's sad for you, because obviously you had to pay a lot more money to get these booster packs. So I think the entry for everybody was €90 or something. And if you don't get top 32 and only can play side events, there were still very cool side events. There were Dandan and regular PM and Tribal. You got all the wild stuff, but in the end people were there for the draft. And if you don't get to the draft, you pay €90. You are sad. That's pretty sure. That's of course, you know, it's natural. But man, for me, this was such a phenomenal tournament, and yeah, love to Flippy. All right. Oh, where are my Americans at? We are at LobsterCon. Man, if you who's Bryce, you said GP Flippy looked so fun. Yeah, and every time I'm looking at LobsterCon, I'm thinking I want to be there. Give me LobsterCon, man. We got a vanilla pre-modern side event, so it was normal pre-modern, almost 200 players. Holy moly! And people got their goblins. James and Michael, pre-modern staples. You Goblins versus goblins. We got a broccoli soup here and there. We got Enchantress. But this was only the side event, you know. This was only warming up, because here we have it. This beast, number of players, 279. Wow. And of course, who is at the top? The like the his trophy case is probably pretty big. It's Dr. Rich Shea. And of course he stepped on. Of course he stepped up and played Enchantress. Of course. Number 2 we have the shrimp himself. Like, David Raska popularized the Dreadnought deck. He popularized it, but Justin is one of the more vocal players. He's very big on all this cool new pre-modern tech, and he's a insanely good player. I mean, second place, second place LobsterCon, really cool. Here we have, may he rest in peace, our great friend Jens. This is yeah. That's I will talk a little bit at the end of it about Jens. Let's focus on this. Yeah, Rich on Enchantress. He's coming to LobsterCon with a deck like this. You know he's a top contender for the place at the top. Really run of the mill. Stifle Not. Run of the mill. As I said before, AK in the 60. Then Jens on Elves. That was like 2 months before his death. Coined he coined the more control-ish version of Elves with, like, you have 3 Richard on port in the sideboard. You have 2 Nantoku Vigilante in the 3 port main and 2 Vigilante sideboard. Funny story, Jens and I, we have talked every day. We were really close. We talked magic and non-magic stuff, but before every tournament we sent each other our decks and wanted to know what the other guy thinks of it. And I'm sorry, my throat. This topic is still very hard for me. Some weeks before LobsterCon, Jens sent me a Terrageddon list. The very Terrageddon list Gabriel won the GP Flippy with. So he took the Terrageddon list from Gabriel and wanted to play it in DNA LobsterCon. He thought this one is going to be the deck he wants to win with, or to have a good result with. You know, Jens always wants to hang out with his buddies, but he was competitive, he wanted to play good. And he would never play like a tier 4 deck in a huge tournament. So he sent me the Terrageddon, and I was like, are you sure? Are you really sure you want to fly 24 hours or something to play Terrageddon? And he was missing one foil Ritzgrove. He was always playing foils, you know. And he said, yeah, Chris, can you borrow me the last Ritzgrove? Yeah, no problem. I have it in foil. I can borrow you. But are you really want to play this one? Think about. Then he said, but what should I play? What do you want me to play? And I said, yeah, what a question, of course, Elves. In NA, everybody and their mom is playing some blue control deck, and you just punish them with Elves. And everybody, there's no Sly, there's no goblins in LobsterCon. Everybody's playing control. And so I don't want to borrow him. Ritz Grove, please play Elves. And he went into the tank and made this list and made semifinals. And that's insane. I mean, what a boss move from Jens to just, like, I'm really happy that we talked about this and that we got to that he agreed with me, and in the end that it paid off, that he went to the semifinals of this 280 player tournament. And it's really cool. And I love it, and I love that people continue to play his deck. And I still miss him every day, and it's tough. Yeah. The other semifinalist was Joshua on Blue-Black Tide still. That was a new one as well. People played Mono Blue Tide, or they played Blue-White Replenish. And he put Land Still, Shell, and just jammed Parallax Tide in it. Went really well. Yeah, chat, you're totally right. I mean, the Rich Chase special is Gaia's Blessing, 4 Serra Sanctum. Usually you played 3 of those beforehand. Rich and the Cabal upped it to 4. Yeah, Guy's Blessing. I mean, Rich is always playing Guy's Blessing. Pretty cool. If you take a look at the rest of the top 8, we have 3 combo decks in there. Devourer, Angry Hermit. Awesome. I mean, that's so cool. You wanna see Devourer? This one is a Oath of Druids version with 2 Enlightened Tutor. That one is like really off the rails. Pretty new, I think. Pretty undiscovered. Pretty spicy. Yeah, let's say it's spicy one. And the other one was the classic run of the mill. Um, yeah, this one was not the last tournament Jens played. We come to that in a second. So LobsterCon. If you know, if you are taking notes with, like, if you're up to date on pre-modern stuff, you know that the new LobsterCon 2026 pre-modern sign-up was out and people crushed it, like 90 seconds and over 300. I think the wait list is it's insane. Like, everybody wants to play LobsterCon, and this is going to be the event to look out for next year. If you if you have a spot, do your best. Like, not gaming wise, but mentality wise. Be the guy Jens wants you to be, because you know Jens would have loved to be there next year. And yeah, be good, guys, man. Be good. In mid-May, we are not even halfway through, but I think, yeah, we will manage. We got the first Finnish nationals. 36 players, a little smaller. Finland is not that hyped on like the bigger numbers in pre-modern, but we have Enchantress. Pretty pretty normal stuff. But second place we have Goblin Welder. Goblin Welder is pretty cool. You do all wild stuff with Tanglewire, Winter Orb, Smokestack, Triskelion. Um, so the Goblin Welder really holds this deck together, putting in and out of graveyards. Really cool deck. And yeah, Zoo. On the same day we had in Portugal, the nationals in Portugal, almost doubled, no, more than doubled the players of Finland. We actually have a black deck. Portugal was defeated by black, and it's a pretty aggressive Pitrex style. That's a cool deck. And look who's there. Look who's there. Another mono black. And look who's on top, place number 7. Another mono black. Oh no, that's not mono black. That's green black. But still. So Portugal loves their black decks, man. Good for them. Good for them. And now, where are my American guys? What is SCG? It's Star City Games, right? Star City Games, that's a big site. They hosted a 1K pre-modern tournament. So $1,000 on the line. And who won? Devourer. I think, like, coming from... now we are talking about it, I remember. There was... the time after LobsterCon, where everybody saw, hey, look, Devourer plays 5 and 6. Two in the top 8 of the LobsterCon. This deck's legit. This deck's good. And people just played it. And my boy Kenton crushed it. He crushed it. Nice. Oh, look at this. Look at this. What's the storm deck? Okay, that's mono blue storm. But look at this top 8. Look at this top 8. Storm, Oath, Clerics, Rift, Pitrak, Stiflenot, Elves, Devourer. Isn't that awesome? Don't you wish a top 8 to have like looks like this? That is really, really cool. Like this, I think this tournament was really, really spicy. What a great tournament to have. Yeah, LED Storm. Man, I need to pick that one up. 4 LEDs. Alright, let's begin. Oh, we have a big one here. Won by a German. 177 players. We have the Czech Republic PREMODERN Championship. And this one, like we came from a really, really spicy top 8, and what do we have here? The opposite. The Czech Republic is known for having really, really strong cutthroat players. They strive to be the best. They strive to have like being on their A game with their decks. And look at all this replenish. Tight control, stasis. So you won't find anything really spicy here. There's just as you expect. And the final, I watched that live. That final took ages. Tight control versus stasis. Like two wet noodles clashing all the time. That took ages. That took ages. And now we have my own tournament. I organize 2 tournaments every year together with Mitya. And this one is the first our summer tournament. And in the summer we have 2 pre-modern tournaments. One is the smaller one, usually smaller one. This is normally this one, and this one is the bigger one. But this year our smaller one had higher player numbers than the bigger one. This one, Henry, we talked about him in Trier. He played his Kroviken Horror Survival Zombie list and 1 hour in quotes side event. And if you take a look at my P-Dog, does this list feel familiar? Do you know what this is? This is Phil Taylor's live combo. He won the UTC with the Utentroll Cup. The 80 players Dutch Nationals. It's not on TC Deck, so I can talk now. My dude, my P-Dog, Phil Taylor, crushed all the Dutch and German players in 1st November weekend with this deck, and that's so great. I mean, Phil obviously is an insanely good player, but having a rogue deck kicking all those Stiflenauts, all those funky decks, what a joy. Take a look at this deck. You have your Encore, you have your Task Force or Daru Spiritualist, and one of those and one of those makes one of those an infinitely large butt, so their toughness is as high as you want. And then you sack it for infinite life with the Starlight Sanctum or the Worthy Cause, and you got even about face, and like the Tireless Tribe, just to kick some opponents. And Phil just never stopped winning at the UTC. Great. I'm still in awe. It's so cool to have such a deck win such a big tournament. All right, this one was the main one, the Universal Championships. I've seen he's in the chat. Mr. Whoop Whoop, Danny the Rook, Danny the Rouge, whatever, however you want to call him. He played his A game. There it is. He came all the way from Eindhoven in the Netherlands to Darmstadt, and nobody could stand a chance. Pretty standard list. Mirtosh, player of the weekend, second place here. Which place did he had in the other event? Can someone help me, please? He's playing Mono Blue Tide all day. Also top 8. Okay, so Mirtosh got finals and another top 8. That's a pretty good result to have in a weekend like this. Yeah, and this was the last tournament Jens was organizing and playing. The last tournament Jens played was actually a team trio with me and Tepish. So he really wanted to be world champion in team trios. We didn't made it. We didn't make it, but it was a very fitting last tournament to have. Yeah, and then like unfortunately one day, 2 days after this, Jens passed away. Yeah, so this tournament is now called the Jens Jäger Universal Championship. We renamed it to honor our great friend, and we have a lot of tickets sold, and American friends are coming over, and European friends are coming over. So if you want to join our tournament, please hit me up if you need anything. I'm glad to help you. And yeah, let's make this unforgettable. Yeah. Well, we continue with Evansville. I singled this one out because I'm not quite sure what Evansville is. I need some American friends to help me. What this Eternal Open was. There wasn't a huge Evansville tournament schedule this year. Not a lot of tournaments happening there. They were on TC Decks. I know Gabe. I know Gabe. Ben. I know. It's the it's the state of Indiana. Okay, thank you. So if you look at this top 4 list on a 60-player tournament, we got White Lightning. Have you ever played a deck like this? Please tell me. Have you ever played, like, if your name is not Flippy, have you ever played Battle Screech? Have you ever played Soltari Champion and fucking 4 Haunted Angel? I mean, if you're Flippy, you have played a lot of Battle Screech. But this list is so cool. That is the definition of White Weenie. And top 4, great. Number 1, of course, you know it, Enchantress. I think Enchantress is probably the biggest deck of 2025. Alright, to Rest Crew homies, we got the Summer Regional. 107 player in July. And what deck is up there? Survival Infestation. You know, we talked about Henry 2 times now, and Aaron Lane took the deck and crushed 106 other people. This deck has legs. This deck is underplayed, but very strong. You always have the Zombie Infestation, Survival of the Fittest, great engines by themselves, and 3 Squee, 3 Kuravikan Horror. You you fuel that. That is pure gas what you're having here. And he won. Like, Bryce, if you have anything to add regarding this tournament, just write it down. I'm glad to have some. We got Justin as well. We got Nick. Shout out Nick with elves. And here we have Brian Selden on off spec. We talked about quiet speculation in Tireless Tribe, but now we have it in a oath. Take a look at this. I need a short minute of a break. Be right back. Alright. So we have like the normal quiet spec package. You got Raw of the Worm, Deep Analysis, Volcanic Spray, Call of the Herd, and you just jam it with Cataclysm, Armageddon, Oath of Druids. What's not to love? Such a cool deck. Rich Shea actually played this one. Yeah, look at all this Enchantress. Here we got Enchantress, 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 Enchantress. All the good guys. Speaking of good guys, if you have David Reska on the Parallax Tide sideboard, Stifle Nord. On the other side we have Dave Kaplan, who thinks, man, Stifle Nord. That's a good deck. I don't need Parallax Tide. This deck wins by itself. And he does. Sacred Torch Showdown, 81 players. Dave Kaplan has no plan B. He has 0 other win cons. If you look at Danny, where's Danny? He plays Tide, he plays Brain Freeze. And Dave Kaplan says, hello, I don't need this. I have 4 days in my main board. I have only sideboard cards that help me win with my Dreadnoughts. I don't need anything. And yeah, he did. The finals were against off-spec as well, but not Brian Selden, but my homie Brad playing off-spec. Such a cool deck. Playing one Exalted Angel, I like it. So I think that's the ebb and flow of pre-modern. You know, a deck performs really well, other people will pick it up. People talk about it in Discord, tinker a list to seemingly perfection, and then people will play it. People will try it on big tournaments, and they will get results. And then it gets even higher, and suddenly it will die down. That's a normal ebb and flow, and I think off-spec is a good example as well, because during the summer it was all over the place. Everybody liked their off-spec, but nowadays it's a little slower. Battle for the Bridge, PNW Pre-Modern Regional Championship. You know why I picked that one at first? Yeah, we got an off-spec, but we got Psychotalk, Just yesterday, I've played with Danny. We played some Psychotalk matches. When you think of MTGO and the December hype of MTGO, which deck comes to mind to your mind? To me, it's Psychotalk, because this deck has it's a renaissance. This deck on MTGO, this deck is so much played. Like it's insane. It's all over the place, exactly. And this is what I meant with MTGO will get its own environment, its own community, its own meta. And for me, Psychotalk, of course, it can win, but this is we are more than halfway through the year. Um, it's it's Dreadnought in cool. Oh man, it's Dreadnought in cool, yeah. This is probably the only Psychotalk we are seeing winning a tournament. But now MTGO, like there are content creators like LSV and stuff. They played it, and people will pick it up. Um, oh hey Robin, Robin thinks Talk is tier one. That's cool. I I mean it has the same itch and as Dreadnought, and it's obviously the better blue black version of it. Like you don't need Stifle or Vision Charm. You need to play your Psychotalk and have one good attack and you just win. And having Duress is obviously really strong against blue decks. Having AK is strong. Having Smother is good against Dreadnought. This deck is built to defeat or is trying to defeat a Dreadnought deck. Yeah. Um, and yeah, you're totally right. It happens mostly on Magic Online, and it happened before, like in the CPL days. It happened on MTGO as well, mostly. But if this deck would have crushed so many faces on MTGO, people would catch up in paper as well, and that didn't happen. But I think it's a really strong deck as well. I think this deck can defeat almost every deck. Of course, some are harder, some are worse, but and you can play Engineered Plague. Like every deck that plays Engineered Plague is really strong. Oh, hello, Philip. Look at this. Philip, look. It's Iggy Pop. Iggy Pop is not really a 2025 deck. Iggy Pop is a 2024 deck. There was one person, I think Eternal Weekend Prague 2024. What was it, 2023, 2024? Not sure yet, because but it's it started as an Eternal Weekend deck. It got top 8, and it was a new thing. It was cool, it was fun, it was hype. And then it caught on. Like Philip is one of the more prominent. He kept it. Yeah, 2023. Okay, he kept playing it non-stop, and this is probably the best Storm deck we are having right now in Premodern. That's my thesis. If you know how to play Iggy Pop, you can definitely have a great shot at any tournament. The big problem the deck itself has is it can defeat itself. You can just brick. Like you do everything correct, you do all the steps you need to do, and in the end you brick. That is very unfortunate. Um, but if you are a Storm player, you need to play this one. Um, yeah, yeah. Philip in chat tries to deny this, but I have every time I play against Iggy Pop, I need to I just wait. Let him find out if he can win. Um, and sometimes that's just okay, I don't have it. Let's go to the next game. That happens with this deck, but it happens very rarely, and most of the times this deck just crushes. And you have the Brain Freeze win, and you have a Hunting Pack win. Really cool. Alright, back to my homie Justin and Mike. Main Pre-Modern Champs. 30 players, it's a pretty small one. But, you know, Stiflenot, Enchantress, 2 players. They, both of these players had a really good year. And they just came and went and top 8'd very much. This one is a small one as well, but I wanted to highlight this one because it's a trend. Pre-modern is no longer something like in a small knit community. It's big. We have side events in, like, whenever there's an eternal weekend, there's an eternal event, an eternal organizing crew. They always need to have pre-modern now, and it's always big and it's always great. So we are no longer some like basement format. We are big, and Enchantress big as well. All right, back to ELD. Time Vault games in MA Massachusetts, I think. I'm not that great in American history, but you got Justin as well. Stiflenot, oh spec Stiflenot. That can happen. This top 8 can happen. Like, we are still in summer. Dreadnoughts are strong as ever, and the only we come to the 8th place. 1 second. The Dreadnought was strong as ever. We only had, like, you had the battle Enchantress Dreadnought. Like, Dreadnought can win against so many decks of the format, and Enchantress trying to keep Dreadnought in check. If there's no Enchantress, you got a lot of Stiflenot. And yeah, here's your live list. It got tested. it had so many tests of endurance, unspeakable symbol. Even this one, you know this one, Gurzi Ghost. This one literally has a name I cannot translate to anything. Anyway, if you don't have Dreadnought, if you don't play Enchantress, Stiflenot will run wild, and if you don't have Replenish, then Enchantress is running wild. This one I've talked about. This was a fun little tournament in Nuremberg I've played. I got top 4. I won against Mr. Flalucha in chat, Philip, on Iggy Pop. That was my top 8. And this was probably the first and last rule enforcement level competitive event I've ever played. So the Nuremberg guys, they played on Combrel, and I don't know. It wasn't the pre-modern spirit I knew. Um, anyway, we had we our bus was 6 people, and out of these 6 people, no, we went from Darmstadt to Nuremberg with a bus of 6 people, and the 3-0 after 3 rounds, there were 4 people, 3-0, and all these 4 people were from our bus. And in the top 8, this one bus, this one bus, this one bus. So 3 out of 6 were so basically Nuremberg. This day Nuremberg was our, like, Nuremberg belonged to Darmstadt. That was all our bus. Hey Anton. And the comp rail was, like, as Gabriel said in chat, it was very weird. I have no problems with playing sharp, but there were many things that felt a little bit off that day from judges' side. And I know it's not a community decision; it's a store decision. I know that, but yeah, I won 2 ancient tombs, gold bordered, and a replenish. So I got some prizes. I played standard. Um, Standard Enchantress. Gabriel, where's Gabriel, my friend? We played Stasis and he crushed. Stasis really cool. We had, like, Gabriel and me. We played um, in the Swiss rounds. I won in round 4 exactly, and I've won 2-0. But in the second match, I had Opal Wave and everything ready, and he did a bunch of nothing. So I was basically on track to win at some point. But then he hit me with the upheaval, and he had 2 mana left in his mana pool. So he upheavaled and played 2 Black Vices. So I had like 30 cards in my hand. That would have been a one-shot. But as I had 2 Seal of Cleansings in play, so I just tucked the Seal of Cleansings under the Parallax Wave. This got bounced, Parallax Wave, the Seal of Cleansing were still in play, and I could, like, pop his Black Vices. So that was the first time I almost lost to Upheaval. I Yeah, and exactly, I was the only loss of Gabriel's day. Um, but like I have never, like, this upheaval came out of nowhere. That was really really fun. But in the end, Gabriel took it down as the absolute legend he is. And the match against Philip, like, this is Mr. Iggy Pop, man. Um, of course, I knew when I'm going to Nuremberg, I knew I have to play Gaia's Blessing. So that helped me a lot against Philip. So his brain freeze was not that useful. He needed to kill with Hunting Pact, and I was faster. You're still having nightmares. Yeah, I'm sorry. Uh, I'm glad my win rate is pretty okay against you, against Iggy Pop. We played Iggy Pop versus Green White Oath Ponza as well in Darmstadt, and it was just hard mulligan to Sphere of Resistance. No Sphere, okay, mulligan. A Sphere, okay, let's go. This is how I've won against Iggy Pop with Oath Ponza. But that was okay. And here, look at this. Look at this. The Pre-Modern European Championships 2025. by the cool team in Tampere, Finland. Usually the European champs, if they are not in a like every time they are in a country, of course this nationality will be a big one. Obviously, that's normal. But we got Mr. Elves himself with another breakout deck. Let me tell you, we are looking at Cradle Control. September of 2025, suddenly a new version of elves appeared. We don't go full on elves. We play Birds of Paradise. We play a lot of deranged hermits. We play Wall of Blossoms. We play a Thornscape Battle Mage. We play Sky Shroud Poacher. We play only one Priest of Titania. Imagine an elf stack with one Priest of Titania. Oh, he's playing Cradle Control. You don't need that. And this one. This is the best card of the deck. This one. Orcish Settlers. You generate a lot of mana. You kill the opposing lands. You play Kaiser. You cannot play Elvish Champion. You play Kaiser, of course. You play Crow's Tusker. This is Cradle Control, man. And this is awesome. Like, if you know Frank, he's the elves guy. He is the elves master. And he cooked up something really, really fun here. So if you want a new take on elves, this is it. This is it. Try Cradle Control. I'm gonna tell you. The winner once again is Tide Control, but the blue-white version. So like Joshua and LobsterCon playing to the semifinals, this one won the European Championship. Uni Sovela is our current European champ. We got Contamination in here. Another black deck. This one was, I think it's the same, yeah, it was the same weekend. It was the same weekend. It's the South American Premodern champs. Like Chile, Argentina. It was in Buenos Aires. I have checked that. It was in Buenos Aires. And yeah, we got Martin Dominguez. I think that's a current pro player as well. He played Replenish in the finals against Replenish and Enchantress, but Madness with white. Ah, that's the Cyberpunker version, I think. Or a variation of that. Got Mono Black. Yeah, that's Suicide Black. Oh, so cool. So South America going strong. South America 100 players. It's really cool. Like Brazil, I've seen so many Brazil tournaments, webcam. Things popping off in South America as well. That's awesome. And here we have the Swedish national. So back to the old school. Back to the how do you say? The land of the pre-modern. Land of old school, land of pre-modern, land of old farts playing old formats. Yeah, speaking of, there's Anton. Hello. That's it. Yeah, it's Goblin Welder. Not too heavy on the Triskelion as the last one, but you play the Tangle Wires, you play the Welders, you can switch all around. I actually have seen this one on stream, I think. The final Stiflenord. It's classic AK tied Stiflenord as you know it. But this deck has a lot of stuff to just defeat the Dreadnought. And really cool. Yeah, it's basically blue-red control with heavy artifacts. Um, if you want a cool Tinker deck, play this one. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's the Polish Nationals. So we have two Polish Nationals in 1 year. Um, they actually rented a whole esports lounge, the Kinguin Esports Lounge in Gdansk. That's a huge like esports PCs all like this location is insane, and they got 111 players. Um, what is sixth place? What do I need to recheck? No, that's Swedish. Do I get the Swedish nationals? Ah, okay, this is what you meant. I see. Only two. Okay, interesting. Like this list screams Sweden to me. You don't want. I don't want to jam Stifle Not. I want to play pre-modern as I play old school. I just want to put cards together I had in my binder, and I want to be good. This is how this one is looking to me, and I dig that. I really love it. Prophetic ball 3 times. Oh my god. To incinerate 2 mana leak. I love it. No, this. I mean, look at this. Look how he's. Yeah, okay. His last name is literally rocking. Like this guy is rocking blue-red control. What a legend. Cool. Yeah, Polish nationals, another tight control. So another blue-white tight control. Stifle Not. Okay, so you know you have all the good decks in here. We got Yiri once more playing survival Kroviken zombie. We got broccoli soup. We got mono black suicide. Yeah, people started to realize. People started to realize, hey, maybe there's something mono black can do. Here we got, I think that's Italy. These names look very Italian to me. 118 players. And we got Iggy Pop. We got Iggy Pop on 7. But we got black-white control in first place. This guy probably has dodged all the tides in the world. And he plays Stromgard Cabal in the sideboard. He plays a Gaia's Blessing in the sideboard. Oh my god. Rain of Tears. He's playing Rain of Tears. Holy moly. Oh man, that's sick. That is sick. How did I not know this happened? And this is Enchantress with Living Wish and Hall of Gemstones. One Opalescence. Wind of Wilding. Words of Wind. Is this... No, this is not Tropical Enchantress. This is what? Multani? Nishoba? What the hell? This is spicy, man. What is this? What is this tournament? Everybody's playing cool stuff. Okay, this is normal. Yeah, but that's, I mean, awesome, awesome, awesome. Then we got the Uruguay. In German, it's Uruguay. I don't know how it's pronounced in English. But they have 50 players. South America going in hot. Playing Stiflenaut a lot. Playing Stiflenaut a lot, a lot. Let's look at the top deck. Yeah, okay, standard. We play Tide, we play AK. Standard deck. But it's. I don't know if that's the first. No similar events found. So maybe this was the first, actually. Really cool. Really cool that they are catching up. Oh, there it is. I've talked about it. Eternal Weekend. 111 players. Tireless Tribe. Tireless Tribe. I said it at the beginning, most underrated deck in all of Premodern right now. Because if this deck with the right people, with the right pilot is coming in hot, this deck will win. This deck will absolutely win. No, Eternal Weekend U is not on TC decks. This deck is absolutely sick. You got Tireless Tribe, you got the Quiet Spec. I think it's the sideboard is different. The sideboard plays Rune of Protection artifacts. Um, but if you play Tireless Tribe and you know how to play, you are always doing well. This deck is insanely good. Yeah, Robin. I mean, I said it. We had it in January. There was a deck. There was a Tireless Tribe tournament winner as well. Um, this deck can hit from so many different angles. It's so fun. The top 8 itself was pretty good. You see, you have Tribe, Terrageddon, Rock, Oathpanzer, Pitdrag, Aluren, Enchantress, Leadstill. What a cool top 8, right? I mean, you know my hatred for the Rock, but we got the Terrageddon with 4 Pyroclasms, so the 4-color Terrageddon. We got, yeah, red Oathpanzer. This one. Finally, I can show you this card. If Enchantress is the deck of 2025 and Parallax Tide maybe the card of 2025, this is the creature of 2025. Ravenous effin' rats. I need to take a sip for dramatic effect and because my voice is starting to crack. Hello, look at this card. What does it do? It's 2 mana, 1/1. When it ETBs, opponent discards a card. This card and its friends, they rattle at the throne of Dreadnought. There's a new deck emerging. A new deck. Mostly it came from MTGO. We take in the OG. Moneyball Black. Around like autumn, fall, however you want to call it. We had Mono Blue Tide. We had Stiflenaut. We had Enchantress. These decks were a little bit like, like rock paper scissors a little bit. But in the end, these were the decks to beat. Here comes, obviously, remember what I said when the stream started? Black What is black as a color? Nobody wanted to play it coming into 2025. Black was stupid, black was weak. Then Alvaro came. Alvaro played Contamination Control, smashing faces left and right. And then Grandfly came, creating a mono-black mid-range deck that just wins. This deck just wins. And why? Because of rats. Because of Hippie. Because of Wretch. Graveborn Muse, Dark Ritual, like you. The blue decks, they are just afraid of this one. You have Cabal Therapy 4 times, you have to rest 4 times. Play to rest, play rats, sack, like play Cabal Therapy, sack rats to Cabal Therapy. The opposing blue player's hand is gone. And suddenly it was everywhere. Like especially in Germany. Every tournament is just black, 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 black now. So we come into the year of 2025 with a bunch of people saying black is stupid. Black is stupid. And then at the end of 2025 we have, hey, black can defeat 2 or 3 of the best decks ever. Insane. Like, I love this format so much because stuff like this can happen. And don't start, like, if anybody starts, oh, this format is solved, blah 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 blah, or this format can be solved. No, there's always stuff happening like this. There's always stuff happening like this, and I love it. This is so cool. And maybe, like Anton just said, yeah, it's a little bit boring. Yeah, but it's good. Like, if you don't want to lose against Dreadnought, if you don't want to lose against Blue Tide, take this one and just drive home to victory. I love it, and I hope you guys are loving it as well. Another very Italian-looking tournament, Premodern and Friends, Grand Festival. This is Aggro City. Why is my music turned off? Did you hear the music at all, or was it too quiet? Look at this. If this is okay. No music. Okay. I had some music in the background. But it's okay. All right. We are back with, I think. I think this is Italian, and they seem to not like blue decks. We have, okay, it's okay, I will, we are almost done as well. We have goblins, so many goblins. We have 3 goblins and 1 zoo. The Lonely Tide Control and 1 Enchantress, Crow Talk, and we have blue here. But I mean, goblins did this 120 player tournament, just got goblined away. That's really cool. Not my cup of tea, you know it, but that's cool. I mean, you need some tournaments like this. Look what we have here. Spanish Nationals. The tournament that crushed all tournaments player count wise. This is only the side event. This is another side event. This is the main event. 284 players. The biggest pre-modern tournament ever. Well, we start with the side event. Casual 230 player side event. Very casual. And look who's on top. Where my tribe homies at. Where can we take a look at another tireless tribe list at the tournament winner of a 230 player tournament? Again, like this is the third time we had tribe on top of bigger tournaments. This deck, and if you would talk with other people, nobody would name this one as an insanely good deck to beat, or as a no. It's so underrated. This one is so underrated, and it deserves such a bigger spot. This, I can only repeat myself. This one is the most underrated deck of all of Pre-Modern for me. There's nothing that comes close to it. Iggy Pop is strong, but it takes a lot of effort to be good with that. But a tireless tribe, yeah, it's also pretty cheap. Like this deck, if you're looking to be at a budget, this one is really cheap. And you should this deck, like power to play percentage wise, this one is way lower than it should be. Yeah, side event, 230 player side event. What's this? 280 player. Oh, we need another side event, because like if you play a side event, you need another side event. Who can? Chat, where you at? Who can explain how the pattern combo works off his head now? Come on, tell me. No. This is a pretty convoluted combo with Iridescent Drake and Shapeshifter and Pattern of Rebirth. Second place. 280 players. Another side event. So cool. That's so cool to have it on top. Parallax Replenish 1. This one. Yeah, I like the list. 2 Stifle. Chill, Annul. Yeah, that's cool. Really fun. Okay, but now, enough with those low player count side events. Who is standing on top? Who is that? What is that Stifle Knot on position 1? Is that Enchantress? It's Moneyball Black. The Rats are back. Man, we have the biggest tournament, 284 players, Spanish nationals. A bunch of Rats. A bunch of Rats won this one. This deck is insane. I mean, Stifle Knot, some people say Stifle Knot is boring as well. Like Anton. He thinks Moneyball Black is boring. He thinks that, but like if you like this card and you like beating down your opponent with black cards, you can do that with almost 300 players. You just do it. And look 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 Stifle Knots in the top 16. 6 Stifle Knots. And playing this black deck in a shrimp bowl, like a soup bowl full of shrimp. I think you're pretty happy with your deck choice. you're really happy with your deck choice. Yeah, second place, we got tied, we got AK, standard. But this, like... yes, Javier Dominguez played in this one. Yeah, this is the real one. He played a control-y version of Replenish. Oh, sorry, we had another side event. Because why not? Goblins. Jacob, he posted his deck pick afterwards. His whole deck is foiled and signed, and it looks really good. And it's a joy to see. And he won the 222 players side event, but this is the last side event, I think. So this Spanish Nationals weekend this was insane, I think. Like you have four events, everything over 200 players, and holy moly, man! Spain is crazy. I love you guys. Speaking of people I love in the pre-modern space, another Duress crew. New England pre-modern autumn regional. We got the goblins again. Justin, I keep saying it. Justin had a great year. Brian off spec. Jared on burn. Rich Shay on enchantress. You got your guys. Javier Lugo playing a mono white control. Oh my god. I would play that. This is a deck I would play. Awesome. Yeah, the winner, standard. Yeah, it's red-green goblins. Goblins on 4, goblins on 5. If you like aggro, this is the time for you. We are already in November. Currently, Pre-Modern has a lot of space for aggro. Burn is okay. It's better than like start of 25 with all those Enchantress, Stiflenord players around. I think Burn is in a better space now. I think Goblins is in a great space. I think the Moneyball Black or even Suicide Black, you can always jam them in the current meta. So if you're an aggro guy, unlike me, I don't do that. But if you're an aggro guy, I think you have a lot of fun right now. And if you compare it, like, we do a recap in the first half of 2025 with all those Stifle Nodes, all those mono blue control. I think this one was a little bit harder because like Dreadnought can just raise the aggro decks. But if you're an aggro man and play Tireless Tribe, if you're into that stuff, play the Tireless Tribe deck. This one was the first, like I'm German. I need to put a little bit of advertisement out for German stuff. The German crews, the German teams did a how can I say, a tournament circuit into the German scene. So we have 4 tournaments. They're all called Moxforge Factory Cup, and like here in Düsseldorf, the first guy actually wins a buy for our tournament in June. So the Darmstadt one is like the final, and if you win a Moxforge Factory Cup, then you get 2 buys. And every, like, it's a little bit like Pokemon. You can, this is the Düsseldorf factory. So every every city, there's a Moxforge factory cup, has its own its own factory. So this one is Düsseldorf. Then Trier has its own factory. That's in February, and that is really cool to have. Um, Here we got my good friend Moritz. We know him with his 5-color best friends devastating dream stack. Also playing Quiet Spec. Got second. I've lost to him in this tournament. I've played this as well. I've lost to him and I've lost to the first one. So I've lost against position 1 and position 2. And this is pretty fun. This is a 3-color survival deck with white and green. You don't do unfair stuff. You have like you play the Volra Shapeshifter Trike Devourer combo. You play the, but mostly this is just your toolbox. That's a toolbox deck, and play 6. One of my Darmstadt homies. Enchantress. Yeah, it's and now the last tournament of the year for me that I found out, the Slovakian Pre-Modern Championship. I know this one was the first one they've ever played. So another, yeah, Untitled Cup is not online anywhere. That's why we talked about Phil's live deck during a tournament before. Is it on MTG Top 8? Just tell me please why we like they did the first. Yeah, if you got tournaments we want to look at, please send me links. We will look afterwards. Um, yeah, this country just said, hey, we are playing pre-modern as well, and 51 players for the first one is pretty cool. Devourer combo winning it all, so cool. If it's 4 Sylvan Library, so that is really 4 Sky Diamond. Holy moly! 4 Sylvan Library. That's a cool list. Second place Replenish. Yeah, 2 Stifle. That's cool. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's a fun list. Enchantress, Mud. Yeah, Goblin Welder. Goblin Welder has good results as well, right? I think that's a good deck. All right. Um, and in the end, like, where are we at the end of 2025? I think Pre-Modern right now is in a Magic Online honeymoon phase. The big thing, the wild stuff is happening on MTGO now. People start to know about the existence of Pre-Modern. People they jam these leagues. The player numbers are insane. The challenges, all the good stuff. But I think we need to be humble, down to earth. Don't forget paper play. Don't forget your locals. Don't forget your national tournaments. Like MTGO is fun. It's fine. It's awesome for those who don't have an active scene in their country, who cannot travel. There are so many reasons, so many good reasons to play MTGO. But everybody who can play local, who can play paper, please do that. Don't forget this one. I like MTGO as well. I'm playing it a lot. But don't forget your local stuff, man. And if your country has a nationals, try maybe if you can try to play it. But you see, all the hype. That's all the hype we have. We have MTGO, MTGO, MTGO. That's every day the 5 O's. Everybody's playing MTGO. Everybody's talking about it. New lists emerge. Um, but in the end, it's the gathering, the community that counts as well. Let's see, MTG top 8. Is there something? Send me links, send me links, send me links. Oh no, it doesn't. It didn't go that far beer. All right, I will just wait for, like, please play Beefy Survival Welder next. What is Beefy Survival Welder? You mean regular Survival Welder, or is that a variation you are thinking about? The Portuguese nationals of 2025 are mono black on the yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, but we are not, I don't, it's so late, we are not playing MTGO today. But I will take a look. Yeah, we talked about the Portuguese nationals of 2025. Yeah. What's very nice. Anton, take care. Good night. Right, you got, yeah, Black Madness. Black Madness on Modo. Yeah. No, it's really fun. You have so many cool decks in pre-modern. Anyway, please now it's your time. Tell me, what do you have anything special in 2025? What was your moment, your deck, the thing you want to tell, the tournament? If you have anything to say, please write it down. I will gladly listen to it, read it. Survival Welder, yeah, it's cool. And you got tier decks in the tier decks in the past 30 days. Yeah, I mean, you got so many good stuff. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for staying with us. Oh, it's the 5-year anniversary of Moxforge this month. 5 years already. 2022. Back when COVID was big. That's where the German league started small. Yeah, the German guys are really passionate. A good mix of grinders and old school players being all together. The leagues are pretty fun. Everybody's has a great sense of community. Um, that is so cool. Like having the Moxforge server for Germany is really cool, and I'm glad it exists. And partner status for the Moxforge YouTube channel. Yeah, shout out. Good stuff. Good stuff you're doing there. What Magic Shop, the launch of the European Pre-Modern Masters. Yeah, that's another step of, like, going big. That is something for 2026. Looking forward to what all the stuff will bring us. But in the end, the change of date, like the change from, you can hear me double now. That's weird. Anyway, we are almost done anyway. Um, in the end, like from December to January, it's not a big deal. It's only another month past. Um, so in January, the tournament circuit is just going to be online again. I'm playing the German nationals at the 10th of January, and we have our own tournament end of January. So two very big, like for our scale, two big tournaments coming up. LobsterCon next year will crush obviously everything. I don't like it. The Spanish numbers are insane, but yeah, LobsterCon is another beast. But in the end, it's bigger is not always better. You if it works better with 200 people instead of 500, then do it with 200. Like it's it sometimes you have to be humble. Like you always need to be humble, but you of course dream big, but be realistic. Um, I haven't played MTGO at all today, so I was only doing recap. Took a long time. Um, anyway, guys, if you have nothing left to say, I think my voice is finally done for today. Thank you for staying with me. Thank you for making 2025 as awesome as it was. Continue to make 2026 as awesome, please. Be nice to your guys. Be nice to your opponent. Don't be a dick. You know what it is. Always be humble with yourself, with your opponent. Thank you for listening. Have a good night. Have a great day, and come safe and sound into 2026. I love you guys. Good night.